My fiancé's Bachelorette instructions. No recording devices. What happens tonight dies tonight. I said, have your privacy. The private investigator I hired had different instructions. What her parents saw at the rehearsal dinner made her dad cancel the wedding. The PI said it was the easiest $500 he ever made. I, 29 male, was supposed to get married last Saturday. Instead, I'm sitting in my apartment, single, with a refunded honeymoon ticket, and the most insane story about how everything imploded. Rewind to 3 weeks ago. My fiancée Qley, 27, was planning her bachelorette party. She'd been super secretive about it, which was fine. I figured her maid of honor Astrid was planning some wild night out. Whatever, we all deserve to blow off steam before the big day. But then Qley sat me down with this whole serious conversation about boundaries and trust. So here's the thing, she said, not quite meeting my eyes. The girls and I have one rule for the party. No phones, no recordings, nothing. What happens that night dies that night. I shrugged. Okay, have fun. You're not worried? Should I be? She laughed, but it sounded forced. No. Go. No, it's just, you know how bachelorette parties get. We might do karaoke badly or dance on tables, girl stuff. I don't want it ending up on Instagram where my boss might see. Made sense to me. Her company was pretty conservative. Babe, go nuts. I trust you. She kissed me, and that was that. Or so she thought. See, something about that conversation stuck with me. Not the no phones thing. That's actually pretty common now. It was the way she kept emphasizing it. 3 separate times over the next week, she mentioned how everything stays private, and what happens there doesn't matter. Then Astrid let something slip when she was drunk at our couple's game night. We were playing Never Have I Ever, and she giggled. Never have I ever hired entertainment for a party that required an NDA. Qley went white. That's for my cousin's birthday next month. But Astrid was already 3 shots deep. Oh right, that's the other party with the hot guys. Qley practically tackled her. They left early. That's when I made the call. I found a PI online, older guy named Hank who looked like he'd seen everything twice. Told him the situation. He laughed. Son, I've done maybe 50 of these bachelorette party jobs. Half the time it's nothing, just girls getting plastered and crying about their youth ending. The other half, he trailed off. Well, let's just say your gut's usually right. $500 flat rate, I'll have someone inside within the hour after they arrive. Photos, videos if needed, full report. How? They're banning phones. I'm not using their phones, leave that to me. The bachelorette party was that Friday. I acted normal, kissed Qley goodbye, told her to have fun, even joked about her coming home with penis-shaped party favors. She seemed relieved I was being so cool about it. Saturday morning, I woke up to a text from an unknown number. This is H. You need to see this before she comes home. Meet me at the coffee shop on 3rd. My stomach dropped. Hank was sitting in the corner with a laptop. He looked tired. Kid, I'm sorry, I really am. He turned the screen toward me. The video was crystal clear. Some private room at an upscale club. Qley in a white bride sash surrounded by 8 of her friends, and 3 male strippers, except they weren't just stripping. I watched my fiancée enthusiastically making out with one of them while Astrid cheered her on. Then it got worse. She gave him her room key. I recognized the hotel key card holder I'd bought her. The video jumped to hotel corridor footage. Qley stumbling into her room with the guy. Him leaving 2 hours later, adjusting his belt. There's more, Hank said quietly. Audio from inside the party room. He hit play. Clear as day, Qley's voice. Last chance to bang someone who actually has abs. Jordan's sweet, but let's be real, he's gotten soft since college. The other girls laughed. Astrid's voice. Girl, get it all out of your system now. Marcus is so hot and he's totally clean. I got his test results myself. You're the best MOH ever. Jordan would die if he knew, but what he doesn't know won't hurt him. I'll play the perfect wife after this. I stopped the video. Couldn't watch anymore. How? Was all I managed. Hank shrugged. Bartender was wearing a wire. She's done this before for me. Her cousin went through something similar. The hallway footage is from hotel security. My nephew works there. Is this even legal? Recording in a private venue with consent from an employee? Gray area, but not illegal. The hotel footage is security footage for safety purposes. You didn't obtain it illegally. I showed it to you. What you do with it is your business. I paid him took the USB drive and went home to think. Qley came home Sunday afternoon, looking exhausted but happy. Gave me this big hug and kiss, told me she missed me, that the party was fun but tame, mostly just dancing and drinks. She even had the balls to show me staged photos they'd taken before the no-phone rule, all of them in pajamas having a spa night. I played along. The wedding was in 6 days. The rehearsal dinner was Thursday. Monday, I called her dad, Richard. "Hey, can you and Diane come over? Need to discuss something about the wedding." They arrived looking concerned. Richard was old-school military, straight-laced. Diane was a kindergarten teacher. Good people who'd raised what I thought was a good daughter. "I need you to watch something. It's gonna be hard." I showed them everything. Diane started crying halfway through. Richard's face went from confused to shocked to furious. His jaw was clenched so tight I thought he'd crack a tooth. That's not, she wouldn't. The timestamp is Friday night, 11:47 p.m. Richard stood up, paced to the window, then spun around. "The wedding's off." "Richard," Diane gasped. "No, I didn't raise a cheater. And I'm sure as hell not paying 30 grand for a sham wedding." "Jordan, I'm sorry, son, I'm so damn sorry." "What do I do?" I asked. "If I cancel now, she'll know I know." Richard got this look, the strategic one that probably served him well in the military. "You do nothing. Act normal. Thursday night at the rehearsal dinner after everyone's seated, we handle it. Publicly." "Richard, that's cruel," Diane protested weakly. "Cruel? Our daughter screwed another man 5 days before her wedding while mocking the man she claims to love. That's cruel. This is consequences." They left promising to handle their side. I had 3 days to pretend everything was fine. Update 1: Holy hell, you guys were right about the trickle-truthing. Monday night, after her parents left, Qley must have sensed something. She started probing. "You've been quiet. You okay?" "Just wedding stress." "You sure? You seem different since my party." "I'm fine." Then she did something weird. She started love-bombing me, made my favorite dinner, initiated intimacy. I declined, said I was tired. Kept telling me how excited she was to be my wife, how I was the only man she ever loved. Tuesday, Astrid called me. "Hey, just wanted to check in about the groomsmen gifts." We'd already sorted that weeks ago. This was fishing. "All good. Why?" "Oh, just, Qley's worried you're acting strange. Did someone say something about the party?" "What would they say?" Pause. "Nothing. Just, people talk, but nothing happened." I didn't say anything, did. She hung up fast. Wednesday morning, Qley tried a new tactic. She sat me down, tears in her eyes. "I have to confess something. At my party, we hired strippers. I didn't want to tell you because I thought you'd be hurt, but I can't start our marriage with secrets." I stayed quiet. "Are you mad? It was just dancing, I swear." Astrid thought it would be funny, and I didn't want to be a buzzkill. "Just dancing?" "Yes. God, yes. You believe me, right?" "Sure." She looked relieved but also suspicious. "You're taking this really well." "Qley, we're getting married in 3 days. I'm not gonna freak out over strippers." She hugged me tight, whispered, "You're the best. Those guys were gross anyway. All muscles, no substance, not like you." The absolute audacity. Then came the extinction burst Wednesday night. Her phone died, and she borrowed mine. I watched her check my texts, emails, even my deleted folder. She found nothing because I'd been using a burner to communicate with Richard. She handed it back looking frustrated. "Your phone's acting weird." "Is it?" "Yeah, never mind." Thursday, rehearsal dinner day. Qley woke up early, made breakfast, kept kissing my cheek. "Tomorrow I'll be your wife." "Can't wait," I lied. At 2 p.m., Richard called her. I heard her sigh. "What do you mean you need to see me?" "Dad, I'm getting my nails done." "Fine, I'll come by after." "What's wrong?" "You sound?" Okay, I'm coming now." She left looking worried, came back an hour later looking relieved. "Everything okay?" "Yeah, Dad's just emotional about giving me away. Got all weepy. Military tough guy crying, can you imagine?" Richard had played her perfectly. Whatever he'd said had lowered her guard. The rehearsal dinner was at 6. Nice restaurant, private room. 40 people, wedding party, immediate family, close friends. I'd insisted we do speeches and toasts, said I wanted to practice my vows. Everyone thought that was adorable. Qley looked stunning. White dress, of course, hair done, laughing with everyone. She gave a toast about how she'd found her forever person and couldn't wait to start our life together. Then Richard stood up. I wanted to share something special for my daughter's big day. A video montage of Qley growing up. Qley beamed. Diane looked sick. I kept my eyes on my plate. The screen behind Richard lit up. Baby photos, kid Qley at Christmas, teenage Qley at prom. Then the Bachelorette party. The room went dead silent. The video played for maybe 15 seconds. Qley straddling the stripper, hands in his hair, clearly making out, before Qley screamed, "Turn it off. Turn it off." Richard didn't move. This was last Friday, 5 nights before my daughter's wedding. The video kept playing. You could hear Qley's voice clear as day. Last chance to bang someone who actually has abs. Astrid jumped up. "This is fake. Someone deep-faked this." But then the hotel footage played. Crystal clear. Qley with the guy entering her room. Qley's cousin Emma gasped, "Oh my God." "There's more," Richard said calmly. "But I think we've seen enough. The wedding is cancelled. Qley, you have until tomorrow to return the ring and move your things out of Jordan's apartment." Qley turned to me, mascara streaming. "Jordan, baby, I can explain." "Explain what? The guy you banged or calling me soft and pathetic to your friends?" Someone, I think her aunt, started crying. Astrid was typing furiously on her phone. My groomsman Derek muttered, "Holy shit," and downed his whiskey. Qley's brother stood up. "This is insane. You hired someone to spy on her?" "Actually," I said, standing, "I hired someone to document what she was so insistent on keeping secret. If nothing happened, we'd be getting married tomorrow. But something did happen, right? Qley, she was hyperventilating. It didn't mean anything. It was just one last hurrah. One last hurrah." Her mom finally spoke. "Qley Marie, is this true? Did you sleep with another man?" Qley's silence was answer enough. Richard pulled out his phone. "I've already contacted the venue, the caterer, and the florist. We'll lose deposits, but most costs are refundable with 24-hour notice. Anyone who wants to help with cancellation calls, I'd appreciate it." The room exploded. Qley's friends were defending her, saying everyone makes mistakes. My side was in shock. Her elderly grandmother was praying loudly in Italian. Qley grabbed my arm. "Please, Jordan, please don't do this. I love you." "It was just sex." "Just sex, right. And the part where you called me pathetic?" "I was drunk. The girls were all talking about their hall passes and I got carried away." "Hall pass? We never discussed hall passes." Astrid stepped forward. "This is my fault." I pressured her. "Jordan, please." "You didn't pressure her to give him her room key." That shut everyone up. Qley's brother Troy tried one more time. "You're really gonna humiliate my sister like this? What kind of man are you?" Derek, God bless him, stood up. "The kind who doesn't marry cheaters." I walked out. Could hear Qley sobbing, Richard arguing with someone, chairs scraping. Didn't care. Update 2. The aftermath was intense. Friday, what would have been our wedding day, I woke up to 47 texts. Most from Qley, ranging from apologetic to angry to bargaining. Some highlights. "I'll do anything. Counseling, polygraph, post-nup, whatever you want. You're throwing away 4 years over one mistake. I hope you know you'll die alone. No one will ever love you like I did. This is what you wanted all along, wasn't it? An excuse to leave." Astrid sent me a long message about how I'd violated girl code by recording them and that she'd make sure everyone knew what a controlling psycho I was. I replied with the audio of her saying she got the stripper's STD test results. She blocked me. But here's where it gets really good. Turns out, Qley had been bragging to her coworkers about the wedding. Her boss, Keith, had even given her an extra week off for the honeymoon. So when she showed up to work Friday in tears, everyone was confused. Her version: "I'd called off the wedding because I was having an affair." She actually told people I'd been cheating and projected it onto her at the rehearsal dinner to save face. This worked for exactly 3 hours until someone, still don't know who, sent Keith the video. Qley worked at a financial firm that had a strict morality clause, something about representing company values at all times. Getting railed by a stripper 5 days before your wedding? Not a great look. They didn't fire her, but she got demoted from senior analyst to junior, lost her upcoming bonus, and had to undergo professional conduct training. Then Troy started his campaign. Posted on social media that I was an abusive manipulator who hired someone to stalk his sister. The post went semi-viral in our city. But Derek had my back. He commented with screenshots of the texts Qley sent me, including the one where she admitted it happened and begged forgiveness. Troy deleted the post, but screenshots were already circulating. Saturday, Richard called me. "Jordan, I'm returning the ring to you. Qley left it on our doorstep with a note calling us judgmental fossils who chose a man over their own daughter. Keep it. Sell it. I don't care." "No, son. You bought this. It's yours. Maybe you'll need it someday for someone who deserves it." That hit hard. Richard had basically just called me son while his actual daughter was imploding. Sunday was when Qley went nuclear. She showed up at my apartment with Troy and some guy I'd never seen. Turned out to be Marcus, the stripper. The actual stripper. "We need to talk," she announced. "We really don't." Marcus stepped forward. "Yo bro, she said you were cool with it." I laughed. Actually laughed. "She said what?" "She said you guys had an arrangement. Open relationship before the wedding. That's the only reason I..." Qley spun on him. "Shut up. That's not what I said." "Yeah, it is. You said he was probably doing the same at his bachelor party." Troy looked at his sister. "Qley, what the hell?" She was cornered. I might have said something like that, but..." "So you lied to him too?" I asked. "Cool. Marcus, my man, we never had that arrangement. She cheated. You were the weapon." Marcus went pale. "Ah shit, bro, I'm sorry. I don't do the cheating thing." She said. "I know what she said. You're good." He turned to Qley. "You're crazy." Then just walked away. Got in his car and left. Troy was staring at his sister like he'd never seen her before. "You lied to everyone." "I was drunk. Why does no one understand that?" "Being drunk doesn't make you a different person," I said. "It just reveals who you really are." She started ugly crying. Not cute tears. Full-on snot and wailing. "You've ruined my life. I'll never recover from this." "You ruined your own life. I just refuse to let you ruin mine too." Troy finally spoke up. "Qley, we're leaving. Now." He basically dragged her away. But not before she screamed, "I faked it every time." I called back. "I know. That's why I was fine with you finding someone else." Troy actually snorted. Even he couldn't keep a straight face. Update 3. 2 weeks since the non-wedding, and things have escalated in ways I didn't see coming. First, Qley's friends started a campaign to paint me as the villain. They created a whole narrative. I was controlling, jealous, probably abusive, definitely insecure. The bachelorette party was just harmless fun that I turned into something sinister because of my fragile masculinity. Emma, Qley's cousin who'd gasped at the rehearsal, reached out privately. "Hey Jordan, just wanted you to know not everyone in the family is taking her side. What she did was gross. Grandma is so disappointed she removed Qley from her will, replaced her with the church." That made me feel slightly better until Monday happened. Monday, I got a letter from a lawyer. Qley was suing me for intentional infliction of emotional distress and invasion of privacy. She wanted $50,000 for damages to her reputation and career. I called Richard immediately. "Did you know about this?" "Just found out. I'm cutting her off completely." Diane's heartbroken but agrees. "We didn't raise her to be this creature." My lawyer, Jeremy, laughed when he saw the lawsuit. "She cheated on you, admitted it in writing, and she's suing you? This is getting tossed immediately." But Qley wasn't done. She started showing up at places she knew I'd be. The gym, the coffee shop, even my buddy's bar. Always with different friends, always loud enough for me to hear her telling her version of events. He's so pathetic, hiring someone to stalk me. Probably watches the video every night like a creep. Her friend Simone was eating it up. "Girl, you dodged a bullet. Imagine being married to someone that insecure." I switched gyms. Then came the real kicker. My ex from college, Amy, messaged me. "Hey, random, but did you and Qley break up? She DM'd me saying you were single and that I should take my shot because you were desperate for attention. What's going on?" Qley was trying to set me up with my ex. The same ex who'd cheated on me sophomore year. It was so bizarre, I actually laughed. But the universe has a sense of humor. Remember Marcus the stripper? Dude reached out. Sent me a long message apologizing again and asking if I wanted to grab a beer. Said he felt terrible about the whole situation. I figured why not. Met him at a sports bar. Turned out Marcus was actually a decent guy. Engineering student stripping to pay tuition. He was genuinely mortified about the whole thing. She was so convincing, man. Showed me texts that were supposedly from you saying it was cool. I should have known they were fake. The spelling was too good. The spelling? Yeah, she kept spelling "you're" wrong in her regular texts, but the fake ones from you were perfect. We actually became sort of friends. Weird, I know, but he gave me some interesting intel. Yo, so Astrid hired me for 3 other parties this year, all married women or engaged. She specifically tells us to show them a good time, if you know what I mean. She's running a cheating ring? Basically, she calls it last chance romance or some shit. Gets a cut if we close the deal. That explains so much. I sent that information to Keith, Qley's boss, anonymously. Astrid also worked there. The next week, Astrid was encouraged to seek opportunities elsewhere. The lawsuit got thrown out yesterday. The judge actually admonished Qley's lawyer for wasting the court's time. Qley had to pay my legal fees, $3,500. Richard texted me. She asked us for the money. We said no. She called Diane a failed mother. We're done. Last night I ran into Emma at a grocery store. She pulled me aside. Thought you should know. Qley's been telling people she's pregnant. What? Yeah. Says it's yours, that you're forcing her to terminate. More victim narrative. We haven't slept together in over a month. I know, we all know. She's not even pregnant. Troy found a negative test in her trash when he helped her move. Move? Oh, she got evicted. Couldn't make rent without the wedding money she was counting on. She's sleeping on different friends' couches. Astrid won't even take her calls since she got fired. I went home feeling nothing. Not happy, not sad, just empty. Then this morning, everything changed. Marcus texted, "Bro, you need to see this." It was a post from Qley in some wedding shaming group. She'd posted our whole story from her perspective, but she'd changed key details. In her version, the bachelorette party was just dancing. I'd hired multiple private investigators to stalk her for months, and the video was edited to look worse than it was. The comments were brutal but in her favor initially, until someone reverse image searched her profile pic and found Troy's deleted post, then found Derek's comments. Then someone who'd been at the rehearsal dinner chimed in. The tide turned fast. So you did cheat? Girl, you're leaving out major parts of this story. Found the video on another site. That's not just dancing. This you? Screenshot of her admitting everything via text. The post got deleted, but the internet never forgets. Final update. It's been 6 weeks since the wedding that wasn't. I need to write this last update and then I'm done. This whole thing has consumed enough of my life. The spiral continued in ways I never expected. 3 weeks ago, Qley showed up at Richard and Diane's house at 2 a.m., drunk out of her mind, with some guy nobody recognized. She was banging on the door, screaming about being their daughter and having rights. Richard called the cops. His own daughter. When they arrived, she took a swing at one of them. Got arrested for public intoxication and assault. The guy she was with bounced immediately. Turns out he didn't even know her last name. Richard bailed her out the next morning on the condition she go to rehab. She lasted 4 days before checking herself out, saying the place was full of actual addicts and she just liked to party. Diane finally broke, called me crying. What happened to our little girl? This isn't who we raised. I didn't have an answer. Then last week, Qley did something that actually shocked me. She created a fake dating profile using photos from when we were together, pretending to be me. Bio said things like, "Recent breakup, looking to punish my ex through you, and if you like controlling guys with trust issues, I'm your man." A coworker's wife saw it and told him, thinking it was real. He confronted me at work. I had to show him my actual dating profile, which I'd barely used, and prove the fake one wasn't mine. We reported it, got it taken down, but she made another, and another. Jeremy, my lawyer, sent her a cease and desist. She responded by posting it on social media with, "Look how pathetic he is, getting lawyers involved in a breakup." But here's the thing, people were starting to see through her. Troy messaged me, "I'm sorry about my sister. She's lost it. Mom and Dad want you to know you're still welcome at family events. Qley won't be there. We've gone no contact." Even some of her friends were backing away. Simone, who'd been her biggest supporter, commented on one of her posts. "Qley, this is getting concerning. Maybe take a break from social media?" Qley turned on her immediately, called her a fake friend and a jealous bitch who wanted Jordan for herself. Simone blocked her. The rock bottom came Thursday. Qley got arrested again. This time for keying someone's car, someone she thought was my new girlfriend. It wasn't. It was just a random woman who drove the same model car my ex Amy drives. She'd seen Amy's car in my apartment complex. Amy had stopped by to return some old stuff she'd found, assumed I was dating her, followed the wrong car, and caused $3,000 in damage. The woman pressed charges. Qley's looking at actual jail time. Richard called me one last time. Jordan, I'm sorry. For everything, for what she put you through, for raising someone capable of this, for all of it. It's not your fault. Maybe not. But I need you to know, the person you were going to marry doesn't exist. Maybe she never did. The daughter I thought I had. I was wrong. That hit different. Yesterday I got one final text from an unknown number. This is Qley. Last phone I can borrow. Going away for a while. Treatment or jail depends on the court. Just wanted to say, actually no. I wanted to say I'm sorry, but I'm not. You ruined everything. But also, Marcus told me what you said. That you knew I was faking it. You knew, and you still stayed. Why? I responded, because I loved who I thought you were. I was her, sometimes. Sometimes wasn't enough. She didn't reply. Marcus and I grabbed one last beer. He's dating someone now, an actual relationship, not a client. Says the whole experience made him rethink his side gig. Your ex did me a favor, honestly. Opened my eyes to what I was enabling. My life is oddly peaceful now. I'm in therapy, Jeremy insisted. Said I needed to process this properly. Started dating someone new, Pam from my hiking group. She knows the whole story. Finds it wildly entertaining, but also deeply sad. The saddest part, she said on our third date, is that Qley had everything. A good man, a loving family, a solid career, and she threw it all away for what? A few hours with a stranger? 2 hours, I corrected. Marcus left her hotel after 2 hours. Pam laughed. Even worse. The wedding venue kept our deposit, but offered me a credit. I donated it to a domestic violence shelter. Felt like the right thing to do. Richard and Diane sent me a Christmas card. Inside, Diane wrote, "Our son in all but blood. Thank you for showing us the truth, even though it hurt." Troy messaged that Qley got 6 months probation and mandatory therapy. She's living in another state now with some aunt who's the only family still talking to her. Deleted all her social media. Astrid got engaged to some crypto guy who doesn't know about her past. Give it a year. Emma says Qley sent letters to the family apologizing but also blaming everyone else. Classic. As for me, I'm good. Genuinely good. Pam and I are taking things slow. She doesn't call me soft or pathetic, doesn't fake anything. It's nice. The PI Hank sent me a message last month. Saw the news about your ex's arrest. Wild. Still the easiest $500 I ever made though. Girl practically filmed herself. He's right. In the end, Qley destroyed herself. I just refused to go down with her. To everyone asking if I regret how it went down. No. The public humiliation? She humiliated herself. I just made sure everyone saw it. The fallout? Actions have consequences. The only thing I regret is not seeing the real her sooner. But maybe I did see it. Maybe I just loved her enough to ignore it. Not anymore. Pam's coming over tonight. We're cooking dinner together. She actually knows how to use spices, unlike Qley who thought salt was exotic. Small victories. Oh, and Richard sent me back the ring after all. Said to sell it and use the money for something that brings joy, not misery. Sold it yesterday. Bought a new gaming system and donated the rest to that shelter. Qley, if you're reading this from whatever phone you've borrowed now, this could have all been avoided. All you had to do was not bang a stripper 5 days before our wedding. That's it. The bar was literally on the floor and you brought a shovel. But thanks, I guess. You showed me what I don't want in a partner. And you gave me one hell of a story for parties. Edit, since people keep asking. Yes, Marcus and I are still friends. Weird, but true. Dude's actually hilarious. He's coming to my NYE party with his girlfriend. Pam thinks the whole situation is cosmically hysterical. Edit 2. No, I'm not sharing the video. Stop asking. It's evidence in Qley's criminal case now anyway. Edit 3. Qley's aunt reached out. Qley's in actual therapy now, not court-ordered but voluntary. Good for her, I guess. Still not my problem.